A warm welcome to the show. A new exhibition at POLIN Museum in Warsaw traces the extraordinary life of Helena Rubinstein. Originally from Krakow's Jewish Podgórze district, she went on to build one of the world's first global beauty empires. The exhibition explores how Rubinstein transformed beauty into a tool of self-invention, independence and social mobility. To discuss, I am joined by Marta Frączkiewicz, the exhibition's curator. Hello and welcome, delighted to have you with us.
Hello, actually co-curator, my colleague Monika Harhut, who co-curates the exhibition, couldn't be here.
Okay, so the exhibition presents Helena Rubinstein as a, of course, successful entrepreneur, but also as a master of self-invention. So how did you balance the story of this famous Rubinstein with Haja Rubinstein from Krakow?
Our idea for the exhibition was to show Helena Rubinstein in three contexts. As an entrepreneur, so her work life, then as a private person, because the donation includes a lot of private photographs. It's over 1,000 photographs of Helena Rubinstein, and a lot of them was never published. And as a public social person, which is somewhere between work and private life, because Helena knew from the beginning that connections are very important for building the empire and for building the company.
How did she go about actually building this beauty empire? How did she sort of start?
I believe it started when she decided to move to Vienna, because Helena, actually Haja, she was born as Haja in a very conservative Jewish family in Podgórze. It's a suburb of Krakow. And her parents wanted a traditional life for her, so she was meant to be a wife and a mother. And she didn't agree because she didn't like a man her family chose for her. So she escaped. He moved first to her family to Vienna, because we have to remember that at that time Krakow was in Galicia district and belonged to Austria. So she moved to Vienna, saved some money, worked in a shop which belonged to her family, and then decided to move further to Australia, first also to her family, which she didn't like as well. So she moved to Melbourne and there worked. Actually, it's this kind of stereotypical figure from zero to hero, or from waiting tables to millionaire, because at first she worked as a waitress, then in a pharmacy where she started her business, and in 1902 she opened her first shop and salon.
What was the first item that she produced?
The famous Vala's cream, and actually she started building the myth from the very beginning, because I think, and her biographers, I consulted some people who work on her biography, and well, I don't believe that she brought this 12 jars of cream from Poland, because that is the myth which she kept telling from the beginning, that she had 12 jars of face cream at first. When she moved to Australia, she had them from her mother, and they had some mystical, magical herbs from the Carpaty mountains, and the recipe for the cream was created by some mystical doctor from Eastern Europe. So she knew how to sell from the very beginning that the meat, that something from far away, from like magical. So she used her Eastern European, maybe not Jewish at first, but Eastern European heritage, and that she was kind of exotic for Australian, then American people to sell the product.
The power of marketing from very early days.
She was genius in marketing for sure. And from the beginning also the creams were expensive and luxurious, because Helena Rubinstein, she didn't sell only creams or colorful cosmetics like blushes or face powders, but she sold certain lifestyle, I believe. She sold expensive products, so they were expensive from the beginning. So a woman who purchased them, she could put luxury in her purse because the packagings, they were also very attractive. They were designed with rhinestones or real gold or Swarovski crystals. So you could have carried this with you all the time. Also, she had beauty salons with very modern equipment from the beginning, of course. And she wrote books, which we also show on our exhibition. 3 books from the 1930s, which Helena, I don't believe that she wrote the whole thing herself, but the lifestyle, the idea was hers for sure. And actually it's very, very modern for us because the books include not only advice about makeup or hairstyling, but also about some gymnastic exercises or face massage, which is very, very popular right now, and diets, because she also had a few restaurants, and so the whole thing, like, it was very, very holistic lifestyle. So of course cosmetics, but also diets, and there are whole menus for a whole week, and even divided into seasons, which we can find in the books.
So we have cosmetics, we have advertisements, personal photographs, fashion, works of art. So which item from what you amassed in this exhibition captures Helena's personality best, in your view?
I would say, from my perspective, which is anthropologist, well, I would say also we divide with my co-curator, because Monica is an archivist and she deals with the archival material mostly. And I, as an anthropologist, or what we say here, ethnographer, I deal with material culture. So we present 2 pieces of clothing at the exhibition, 2 dresses and 1 coat. And I believe that clothes, there's no more personal memorabilia than clothes which touch our skin. And we even have pictures of Helena in this clothing, which we present on the exhibition. So I think that especially 1 dress designed by Christian Dior, which we can see at the exhibition, is most important for me, especially that I contacted Dior gallery, because we always like to say that museum work is like a detective work a bit, because we always ask and do some research when we accept some new objects, exhibits to the museum. So the Dior gallery sent me sketch of the dress and some pictures with a model in this dress from the photo shoot from the campaign. The name of the design is Lima, and the dress was made in 1954 for the autumn-winter collection.
The exhibition sort of begins with this olfactory experience. Why is scent important in this context?
For various reasons. First of all, we wanted this exhibition to be, because kind of intimate and not very big exhibition, but we wanted it to be more interesting and more sensual, more multisensoric. So it starts with a olfactory work by Agnieszka Sachs. She's an artist and contemporary artist, and the work is called High at the Beginning of Beauty. So Agnieszka Sachs decided to create some scent which will remind us the beginnings of Chaya, when Helena was Chaya in Krakow and in Podgórze. So the scent reminds us of it, and we can feel it. It welcomes us at the exhibition, so we can feel it in the beginning. But we decided to use more of these techniques. I mean, in the campaign promoting the exhibition, we use so-called ASMR, so sounds, and when we were promoting, before the exhibition, we shoot some films when we open the boxes with the objects and then make some sounds, of course not touching them because we are in the museum, but still something around to make a noise and to for it to be attractive for the viewer. And it's very popular now in museum marketing.
Why do you think is that so? Is it because people have like issues concentrating or like a short attention span that they need this sort of multi-sensory experience when they go to a museum or to an exhibition?
I think so. It's more attractive for sure, and also I believe that screens are maybe going to the past, because of course we used screens on the exhibition for it to be maybe not interactive, but to show more of the pictures which we couldn't. There's a small selection of objects which we could show on the exhibition, but also we wanted to make it interactive with a photo album which we made, especially for the exhibition. So it looks very real, because this album we ordered like a classical, old-fashioned photo album, and then we copied some private photographs of Helena Rubinstein, some of them unpublished before. So Helena young, Helena with children, Helena eating dinner with her husband, Helena, of course, with good taste. We didn't want Helena to be met on us. So you can touch this album and see like a actual family album.
Right, and do you think that Helena Rubinstein could be a role model for modern women?
Yes and no. It's kind of controversial, but that's a situation we wanted to deal with. So we are not maybe, we didn't want to criticize Helena, but we would like to underline that the times have changed. The time has changed, and she was born in the 70s of 19th century, when women didn't have right to vote in any of the countries which she used to live in. She was an immigrant. She escaped from a conservative family. So we have to, and this controversial words of her that there are no ugly women, there are only lazy ones, also meant totally different thing 100 years ago from now, because it was empowering somehow for women. Now it's kind of oppressive, right? So we need to have this context and comment on all of the, like everywhere. So that's why we decided to have a lot of activities in the museum around the exhibition.
Right, it's fascinating to see how beauty standards and trends actually change over time. Marta Frączkiewicz, thank you so very much for joining us. Much appreciated. And thank you for watching Pulse of Culture. Please stay tuned for more here on TVP World.